Hello, and a very warm welcome to The Digital Balance, the podcast where we navigate the maze of modern work and technology. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Ben. It's great to have you with us. Every week, we try to untangle the digital knots that shape our lives. And Alex, the knot we're tackling today is a big one.
It really is. We're talking about the AI assistants that have become a permanent fixture in our work lives. The promise was revolutionary: automate the boring stuff, supercharge creativity, and give us back our time. But then the big question we're asking today is, a couple of years into this revolution, are we actually working smarter, or are we just working harder in a different way?
That is the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it? On one hand, I can't imagine writing a report anymore without asking my AI to create a first draft or summarize complex data. It feels like a superpower. It handles the initial heavy lifting.
I completely agree with that initial feeling. It's like having a brilliant intern who never needs to sleep. You can say, hey, analyze these sales figures and point out 3 key trends, and boom, it's there in seconds. That to me is the definition of working smarter. It's about leveraging a tool to get to the insightful, strategic part of your job faster.
See, I hear you, but here's where the working harder part creeps in for me. It's not just a simple request anymore. Now we have to prompt engineer. We have to spend time checking the AI's work for those weird hallucinations or factual errors. I spent 20 minutes last week trying to get an AI to create a simple table the way I wanted it. I could have just made it myself in 5.
I've been there. The prompt battle. No, rephrase that. Be more persuasive. Use a friendlier tone. Actually, start over. You're right. It introduces a new kind of task, a new layer of management. But isn't that just like learning any powerful software? There's a learning curve. I'd argue the time saved in the long run is worth the initial frustration.
Perhaps, but it also raises the bar of expectation. Because you can generate a 10-page proposal in an hour, your boss now expects it. The deadline that would have been next Friday is now tomorrow morning. The technology compresses time, but our human capacity for stress and burnout doesn't compress with it. We're doing more, faster, but are we any less stressed? I'd say many feel even more pressure.
That's a powerful point. It's the paradox of productivity. The tool is meant to create space, but the culture often just fills that new space with more work. It really puts the responsibility back on us and on managers to set healthy boundaries. It's not the AI's fault. It's how we choose to implement it into our workflow and culture.
And what about creativity? I worry that we're starting to outsource our initial thoughts, the messy, beautiful, and sometimes difficult process of coming up with a truly original idea. If we always start with the AI's version, does our creative muscle start to weaken?
I see it differently. I think of it as a sparring partner. A great AI can give you 10 ideas in a minute. 9 might be terrible, but 1 might spark something truly brilliant that you wouldn't have thought of on your own. It breaks the blank page syndrome. It's an accelerator for brainstorming, not a replacement for human ingenuity. You still need the human taste, the curation, the emotional intelligence to connect the dots.
As long as we remember that, as long as we stay the artist and don't just become the operator of the art machine.
Exactly. And this is where we want to bring our listeners in. We've laid out both sides of the coin, the superpower and the source of stress. We genuinely want to know how it feels for you.
We really do. Has AI genuinely given you more free time and reduced your workload? Or do you find yourself caught in a new cycle of prompting, checking, and meeting accelerated deadlines? Are you feeling more creative or less?
We've set up a poll on our Spotify page, and you can also send us a voice message on our social channels at The Digital Balance Pod. Tell us one way AI has made your job smarter and one way it's made it harder. Your story could be featured on next week's episode.
Ultimately, Alex, I think we agree that the tool itself is neutral. It's a powerful lever, but whether it lifts us up or just adds more weight to our shoulders depends entirely on the culture and the boundaries we build around it.
Perfectly said, Ben. It's all about finding that balance. So the verdict isn't out yet, but the conversation is more important than ever.
That's all the time we have for today on The Digital Balance. A huge thank you for tuning in.
Don't forget to share your experiences with us. Until next time, stay mindful and stay balanced.